I think the narrative on the need to save the Sahel emanates from the observation that the region faces interconnected challenges associated with state fragility, development issues, and sharpened by high population growth, climate hazards, but also rising inequality. Of course, these are real, and these factors of vulnerability are compounded by new security threats, including transnational organized crime, as we know it today, and violent extremism that are feeding intercommunal tensions across the region. We've seen this in Mali's central region of Ségou and Mopti, in the northwestern part of Burkina Faso, but also in the Lac Tchad Basin region, where Boko Haram has increased attacks against the civilian population. These challenges are real, as I said, because politically speaking, if you look at what happened over the last few decades, we've seen that most of these states have, weak capacity. Politically speaking, there has been a lot of instability. For example, Burkina Faso, Chad, and Mali, Mauritania, and Niger, which are collectively known today as the Group of Five, the G5 Sahelian countries, have suffered from tremendous post-independence coup, backlash, but also weak and effective institutions. States are not capable of governing their vast territories. For instance, Niger and Mali, which are among the largest countries in West Africa. In this country, large part of the territory have never been formally governed. And authorities are ill-equipped when it's come to deal with various pressures fueled by the growing expectations of the population living on the periphery of the national economy. And this vast tract of land, coupled with low population density, or if you want, low level of urbanization, also hampered the provision of basic services. And the situation has generated a sense of marginalization, but also victimization. We've seen this in Mali, for example, with the Tuareg community. And these people are demanding for better schools, better health care system, better transportation infrastructure to link the center and the periphery, but also they need more employment opportunities. So from the economic standpoint also, we've seen a lot of issues because these countries, Sahelian countries, are among the least developed countries. Niger, Mali, Burkina, for example, have constantly ranked near the bottom of the Human Development Index over the last few decades, alongside countries on ongoing conflict like Central African Republic and South Sudan. But the economy is outward looking, and people don't usually talk about this issue very much. And most of the economic sovereign economic sectors are controlled by foreign businesses. If you take, for example, the case of Niger, which is well known, and the same kind of applies to Mali, of course. In Niger, for example, a significant part of the economy is based on extractive industries. And uranium, for example, has been mined since the 1960s by companies, primarily France. And more recently, the first barrels of oil were extracted in 2012 by a Chinese company. So this means that mining revenues are highly coveted strategic resources, but they do not represent a significant portion of total government revenues because they go to foreign companies. So of course, these are real problems, especially in a context where the majority of the population lives from agriculture and pastoralism, where the state is not capable of providing job opportunities. And these primary sectors, for example, are highly dependent on precarious resources, and today are threatened by climate change, demographic pressure, and security shocks. And the security issue is one of the the driving cause of many of this situation in the Sahel, but also used as a justification of the need to intervene in the Sahel. But now, does Sahel need saving? The response is yes and no.